For Gainesville coach Josh Niblett and his son Sky, football is a family affair. After all, Josh played for his father and has coached his two sons, his oldest Shaw, and now his youngest, Sky.
There's a switch that he turns off. Of course, he's my coach on the field. He's my dad at home, but he always lets me know that he loves me, and he always lets me know that he's always going to be harder on me just because I'm his son and everything. But it's been truly amazing to me because it's special to me because he played for his dad, and I get to do the same exact thing for him.
Yeah, it's a blessing. I mean, it is. I mean, it's, I think you don't really realize what you're getting to do until it starts getting to these moments. He's a junior now, so, I got one more game with him as a junior and then, one season as a senior. And then, I'll be able to look back on it. When you're in the moment, it's hard to really think about it a whole lot. But I've been blessed to be able to coach him. He's a heck of a football player, but he's an even better kid. So he's been pretty easy. I get on him a little bit, We still forget Tuesday's trash day every now and then, so.
Coach Niblett is an intense guy. But believe it or not, football comes last when it comes to talking about the program. It comes last when you're talking about his 4 pillars that he has set as a standard of Gainesville football. Football, for Coach Niblett, has become a ministry.
If it's all about football, you're not going to make it. Because number one, it's got to be about you as a person making good choices no matter the circumstances. Number 2 is being a great student. And if you're not a great student, you better be working toward it. Number 3 is then how hard are you going to work to become a better athlete? And then 4 is football, because football is important to the players. They're going to do that all the time. That's what they love to talk about. But the problem is when they get the priorities messed up and then all of a sudden football becomes number 1. Well, what happens if you don't get a football scholarship? What happens if when football ends for you? What's your family going to depend on? And so now it becomes about commitment and responsibility.
When my dad came in, he changed the whole culture. He changed the whole outer spec of it. And everyone actually bought into it. And I don't think even they realized how much it changed them, but we could see it almost day by day. They're like before, we tell each other that we love each other before we get out of the building, but I don't think they've ever said that to their coach before. They'll come by and give my dad a hug before they leave. But it's been awesome.
The change across the program is evident on and off the field, as Coach Niblett's message has been trust in the process, not the customary buy-in talk.
I think our guys trust me. I don't lie to them. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, there might be some truth I tell you don't want to hear, right? But at the same time, I'm gonna make sure we're developing and we're growing, and I'm loving our kids and caring for them, and they're gonna be able to trust me, not only just on the football field, but trust me that they can call me at any time and know that I'm there for them. Trust that they can knock on this door and talk to me about anything. Yeah, because when you talk about buy-in, everybody says buy-in. I don't want kids to buy in, because when times get tough, they'll sell out. And so for us, it's about really trusting in what we're doing. And in order to trust that, you got to be all encompassed. You got to take it all. You can't just take a little of it now. You got to take everything that we're offering to you, and then it'll add value to you, and you'll add value back to the program.
What is it exactly about your dad?
Well, he tells everyone that he loves them and he cares about them, and he wants them to come into his office every day and tell them how their day went. And spiritually, he wants them to know that their Lord and Savior is Jesus Christ, and he wants them to know that they can come and talk to him about that too, because he cares about what's going on in their life every day.
There is trust in the program, trust in the process, and Coach Niblett and his staff have Big Red chasing best. And whether or not Gainesville is hoisting the Class 6A trophy on Friday, one thing is for sure, Gainesville football has a new standard.
I think I needed Gainesville as much or more than, Gainesville needed me. I was at a really, really good place, But then I think sometimes when you're in a really good place, you get a little bit comfortable. I'm still the same guy that I was this time last year. I still had drive, I still had energy, I still had effort, but I wanted my message to be able to reach. The more I could reach, then the better I felt like my ministry, and I felt like that was a little bit to the point of where I needed that in my life, and I needed that sharpen that edge a little bit. So when I got here and I first met with our players, and I could tell that they were hurting and they needed a leader, that's when I knew,
Coming in, we knew that we were gonna have some good players and great players, but we didn't know how we were actually gonna turn out to be. But we were taking it day by day, and we were trusting my dad's plan, and it turned out to be great for me. I made it to the semifinals my freshman and sophomore year, and then doing it again this year. I just really wanted to make it out. I didn't want to be stuck in the semifinals again, and we overcame it because of how close we were. And like, even no matter what the scoreboard says, we kept pushing on.
And to see what we've done together, because this is all about the players. It's all about the players and this staff. And I think when I first came in here I felt like I needed to be the voice first without anything else. Like, hey, here's what we're gonna do, here's the standard, here's how we're gonna go about it, all right? You gotta be committed to it, you need to figure it out right now. Then once February rolled around, we start hiring more staff. So it's hiring more men that are gonna support that, hold the kids accountable. By March and April, you're trying to put your staff together, so by summer, we're ready to roll. And I think that's what we've done, that's how we've developed.